going on, everybody? Welcome back to Riding Along with Dan. It's Sunday, and just hanging out, just hanging out, guys. Just went and put gas in my car, getting ready for Monday morning, tomorrow morning. As you can see, I posted up some videos over the weekend. I took the truck up to another place, another facility called Crossroads. And up there, they got a drive-through truck wash. I did a video on that. So hopefully you guys check that out. It's pretty cool, man. Really a cool truck wash. So I went up there, I did that. And before you drive into it, it's a really cool setup. They have jets that come out of the ground. And they actually power wash the undercarriage of the truck before you drive through to the truck wash. So once you go through the entrance, there actually is power jets that come out of the ground to power wash the underneath of your truck. So I think that's pretty awesome. A lot of places don't have that. So to have that, Trace, and what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to the channel, man. How you doing today, man? I was wondering if you saw my video on the indoor truck wash that I went to Saturday. I went up there about 6:30, 7 o'clock because our power washer is still not up and running. We're hoping the guy's going to show up Monday or Tuesday. Even the big boss went down bottom to check it out to see what the problem was. He's like, you got to call this guy because everybody's complaining they can't wash their trucks. So it's a big issue, man. You know, I mean, maybe get rid of the machine, get something bigger. I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to get it fixed. So Saturday, I asked the boss's permission Friday if I could take a ride up to the other place because they have a truck wash that you drive through. Like I said, when you drive in, there are jets that come out of the ground to power wash the undercarriage of your truck. Then when you drive in a little bit more, you got the hand power washers either side so you can take the heavy dirt off your truck and power wash it real good, your rims, the side, the back of the truck. And mine was pretty damn dirty because I tell you what, man, if you don't stay on it, that garbage and that juice and shit, it's a pain in the ass to get off. It really is. I power wash the crap out of it. And up there, when you use the power washer, it's hot water. So that really makes a big difference. So once I got done with that, you drive in a little bit more. And there's a big, like, let's say you're at a car wash with the brushes. This is like 3 times the size. So you drive in, they got brushes on your left side, brushes on top to do the roof. So you drive in, when you see the green light turn to red, you stop, you get out. I did a video on it if you guys want to check it out. And you go to the control panel, you punch in the type of truck, the number of your truck, and your ID code. So once you do that, you got 10 seconds to walk away. So you can either sit in the truck or you can stand back out of the way outside. So I decided to go behind the truck so you guys could actually see the whole thing take place. So I did a video on that so you guys could go check it out on my YouTube channel. It's a really cool video. It shows you how thorough and how clean this truck wash is with, getting the dirt and the grime and the grease and all the shit off your truck. As the brushes are turning, it also has jets, power jets, that blast water along the side. Before that starts, let me back up. Before the brushes start, it comes down along the side of your truck and it sprays from top to bottom out the jets. It sprays a degreaser along either side of your truck and on the top of your truck. So it comes all the way down with the degreaser, goes back with the degreaser, stops. Then the brushes start turning. Then the soap comes on, and then it washes the truck all the way back, goes all the way back to the front, and then it just turns to plain water. It comes back, washes the truck, and goes back again. It's a really, really cool setup. I wish every one of our depots had one. But I'm sure it's not a cheap setup, but I got to tell you, it works well. So if you're looking at my YouTube channel and you come across that video, it really is a cool truck wash. It does a thorough job. My rims come out good, the body, the cab. The only thing that didn't come out really that great was the canopy. You know, the canopy that's over the cab. Yeah, once our truck wash is up and running, I can actually climb up there. Because up at this place, there's really no ladder. They don't want you climbing on ladders. So once I get a ladder and I go up there, I can put my spray degreaser on it and then power wash the crap out of it so it comes out clean. So I plan on doing that as soon as ours is up and running. By the way, for those of you new to the channel, it's called Riding Along with Dan. And go check it out. It's really a cool channel. It's all about me, the life of a front loader garbage truck driver. So if you want to go check it out, you're more than welcome to. I got a lot of great videos, a lot of great music videos, and do a lot of shorts too if you want to go check it out. Yeah, you're probably wondering what all this behind me is. It's all my first place plaques for my 2017 Ram 1500. I go to Carlisle, Pennsylvania to the big Mopar show every year. And believe it or not, I mean, I couldn't believe it myself, but all these starting from up here down, 6 years in a row, I got first place. And trust me, I went up against a lot of really, really nice looking Rams. But it's not really judged. It's actually the people's choice. So when you come up and walk through my class, you have a sheet to fill out of, you know, everybody in that row. So you pick who you want, you mark it off, and that's how the voting gets done. So and it's really cool to win. First of all, when I first won, I thought it was really, really cool to win the first time, but to win 6 years in a row, that's pretty cool. The only other person I know that did that is my sister-in-law. She's got a 2014 Dodge Challenger RT in Plum Crazy. Absolutely gorgeous car. She has won 6 in a row also in her class. So it's not easy to win. Most of the time in my class is anywhere from 15 to 25 other trucks. So it's not easy to win, but I did, and I'm very proud of it. And that's all my first place trophies behind me. So anyway, getting back to the jobber, what detailed product do you use? I like chemical guys. Actually, believe it or not, jobber, I actually use. Well, let me explain. When I go to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, Adams have a booth set up that you can pull your car in. They would detail your car for you. They have a tent set up next to the detailed car, and you can buy all their products. Also, chemical guys have a place out there. But I buy a product called, I can't think of it right now, but I order it online. It's the first product I really like. I also got the power jet that hooks up to the hose. It's like a soap gun that I wash the car with. I order that through this company I get my chemicals from every year. I usually order in March and they're here in like a week or so. And it's very good. I absolutely love it. But it does an absolutely great job for the interior, the exterior. My truck has also been ceramic coated by a friend of mine in the club. And I got to tell you, if you're ever thinking about doing that, it is worth the money, man. You'll have to close the hopper cover to climb the ladder on the body. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do, Tracy. I'm going to have to cover the big hole with the hopper cover to climb up there. Yeah, I'm going to scrub it as soon as our washer is up and running. Getting back to jobber. Oh my God. I'm trying to think what the hell the name is that chemical place I use, and I love it. It's excellent, man. It's called XR, EXOR FOMA, Xorforma. I got the spray cannon. I ordered that from Xorforma. I love it because I get the stuff from them, Xorforma, for the tire shine. It lasts forever. I get the spray wax from them. I also get the soap. It's called Super Foam from Xorforma. I also get the detail spray bottles, and they have a lot to choose from. They really do. They're kind of like Adams. They really are. They have a lot of chemicals for a lot of different things on your truck, but it's called XR Forma. And for me, in my opinion, it does an excellent job. But on the garbage truck, I actually use Meguiar's. I love Meguiar's for the interior and the Peterbilt. I use Meguiar's for the interior and the cab. On the floor, I use Meguiar's to clean the floor. The whole interior of the cab, I use Meguiar's. I use Meguiar's on the outside. You know those plastic fenders over the tires. I use Meguiar's on there. The plastic eyebrow that's on the front, I use Meguiar's to clean that. This is after I wash it. And also, I use Meguiar's Tire Shine for the big tires on the garbage truck, believe it or not. And I use Meguiar's on my personal pickup truck. I also use the same product to clean my wife's 2017 Dodge Durango. So yeah, we're a big Mopar family. Love Dodge, but Dodge is going in a different direction ever since those idiots, Fiat and everybody took them over. It's not the same anymore. There's no more Hemis at the end of this year. Everything is that electric BS that I don't really care for, but it's the way of the world, I guess. Everybody wants to be involved in electric. Yeah, Jobber. It's called XR Forma. EXORFOMA. I order it. They ship it in a box. I usually get the gallon. It's called Super Foam. It comes in a gallon container because that lasts me through the whole season. And then I get the tire shine and the interior cleaner, the engine bay cleaner, and you'll see yourself what they have available. They got a whole bunch of products, man. I'm not knocking Adams. Trust me, I've used Adams. It's your preference what you want to use. But I've used Adams. I have no complaints. Like I said, they have a tent set up at the Carlisle Chrysler Nationals every year. They're there with a big truck selling whatever you want, cleaners, chemicals. And like I said, they have a tent set up to actually detail your car while you're there. So anyway, yeah, go check it out, man. Go on their site, XR Foma, and you'll see all the products that they have available. I don't know price wise if it's cheaper than Adams. I really don't know. But if you want to try one item, order it, see how you like it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But yeah, that's what's going on. And the other big news is I did post a video last Friday. It came out, I believe, that I was nominated again for Driver of the Year. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's hard to get to, but this is my second year in a row being nominated. So I think that's pretty cool. I didn't think I would make it this year, but you know what? A year is a long time, man. 12 months of being safe. Seat belts every day, no incidents, no accidents, no violations, no camera infractions, no customer complaints. It's a lot to take in and it's a lot to do to become a nominee for Driver of the Year. I don't know if every company out there does it, but I tell you what, I love the fact that they do because it's a great incentive, well, for me and maybe other drivers to be safe for the whole year. I do my best every year to try and get there. I was there last year. I was nominated. I was told I was in the top 10. And this year, you never know. But I tell you one thing, though, it's worth doing. It's worth being safe all year long to be nominated because the overall winner gets all expenses paid to Disney World for 7 days. Yeah, you and your family. Life in Tornado Alley, what's going on? How you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope everything is good. But yeah, to be nominated again for the second year in a row, I think it's pretty cool. So last year was the top 25 guys. It was held at Giant Stadium. And this year again, I found out it's at Giant Stadium again. So I will take a lot of videos. I will take a lot of pictures when I get there, just to show you guys what it's all about. And if I win, that's going to be awesome, man. I'm going to be ecstatic. Going to be over the moon. My son's going to be like, "Yay, we go to Disney!" But you never know. You never know, right? If you're not in, you can't win. It's like the lottery. If you're not in, you can't win. But hopefully, I do. You never know. And if I don't, I don't. Try again next year. That's all you can do is keep trying, right? I'm not going to give up. I'm not a giver upper. No, I'm going to keep trying. It's fun. It's my job. It's all about being safe, keeping the customers happy, and if you love what you do what you love, and that's how I feel about my job. I'm dedicated. As a matter of fact, I have a guy that's riding with me right now. Believe it or not, the first question I asked him was, "Do you smoke?" Because honestly, I don't want nobody smoking in my truck. I hate that smell. I hate the odor, and it lingers, and you just can't get it out. It sucks. So that's what's going on with that. But like I was saying, I don't know if it's the top 10 guys or if it's the top 15. I really don't know. So hopefully, I get picked. And if I get picked, you guys will be the first to know. Actually, Life in Tornado Alley, we have, I believe, almost 700 and over 750 drivers at IWS right now. So it's either going to be the top 20, the top 10, or top 25 like last year. I really don't know. But last year they did the top 25 because we were 25 years in business. So that's why they did the top 25 drivers. But like I said, there's a lot of great drivers in the company. It's not an easy thing to get there because there's a lot of rules, a lot of regulations that you have to pass to actually get there. And then at the end of the year, you got safety. They actually go back and review from the cameras in the truck. They review everything to make sure that you had your seatbelt on, that you use your turn signals. They make sure you had no distractions while you were driving, like cell phones, earbuds, or anything like that. So they watch everything. Trust me, it's not going to be that easy to win. So they go back and they check a lot of videos to make sure you're doing the right thing. And you know what? I can't blame them because going to Disney is not a cheap trip, especially for 7 days. But you know what? I worked hard all year. I worked hard at being safe, worked hard at doing the right thing, and I plan on working hard and doing the right thing. I just turned 58. So Smash Trash, what's up, Dan? Congrats on the nomination. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, it's my second year in a row, man. It's going to be at Giant Stadium. April 12th, we'll be heading down to Giant Stadium. We got the whole stadium to ourselves like we did last year. We're going to be up in them fancy booths up there. Well, actually, it's a whole thing where all the rich people hang out when they go to games. Got food, got lunch, got drinks, got coffee, dessert, anything you want, they have it. And that's where everybody goes. That's where it takes place now, Giant Stadium. After that, after we find out who the driver of the year is, we go down on the field. Please God, it's a nice day like it was last year. We go down on the field, we throw the ball around, kick some football, and have a good time. Enjoy the day out, So they can check the cameras inside the cab and see what you were doing. Oh, yeah. Tracing. That's in pretty much every big garbage company today. Republic, Waste Management, IWS, you name it. That camera in the cab, I'll show you tomorrow when I'm in the truck. That camera in the cab, they can go back and let's say Trayson said, "Oh, Dan missed me. He didn't pick up my garbage." Well, guess what? They can rewind. It tells them what time I was there at your place. It tells them what time I picked up the garbage. It shows them the video. And if the customer wants the video of me dumping their can, they'll send them the video. But that is proof that first of all, I was at the customer's place. I did pick up the garbage, so they have proof that I was there. Second of all, a lot of customers try to bullshit. They say, oh, Dan wasn't there. Can he come back? You know what they do? I dump it, they refill it, so now they're looking for a free pickup. That's why they do it, number one. Number two is to keep an eye on the driver. Even if you're nodding off, look like this, nodding off in the truck, the camera senses that. It will call dispatch immediately to let them know the driver is nodding off on behind the wheel. If you're out of the truck more than 20 minutes and you did not punch in on the tablet that you were on lunch break, they will call you right away to make sure everything's okay. That camera tells you everything. Everything. It tells you when you stop, tells you how long you were idling, tells you how long it took you to do a stop, tells you where you are, tells you where you're going, tells you everything. Everything. And that's with Waste Management, Republic, IWS, any big company has that in all their trucks. It's safety. So let's say, Trayson, you come along and you hit the side of my garbage truck, right? I got camera. I'll show you tomorrow. I got cameras on the mirrors. There's a camera in the cab that looks at the front, that looks in the cab. There's a camera on the roof, and there's 2 cameras on the back. So let's say you hit me, right? That's automatically recorded by the cameras. So all I have to do is call dispatch, then call the police. Dispatch will review it and send it to the police station right away. So there's no, whose fault was it? There's no more questions. Everything's on video. Yeah, got to keep them on their toes. And do you guys bring trucks into the stadium? No, actually, we last year Smash Trash. We had. If you want to check it out, man, you should take a ride down there. It's pretty cool, dude, and it's a great picture. If you're looking for pictures, April 12th, there we have 2 beautiful, brand new IWS trucks parked in front of the stadium, in front of Giant Stadium. So if you're interested in taking a ride down there, maybe I could meet you. Maybe you could stop by, say hello. They probably won't let you into the stadium, but you could look outside, take pictures of the trucks. They had 2 brand new trucks outside the stadium last year, which I myself went over while I was waiting in line to get in and took pictures. And it's a great shot, dude. It really is, with Giant Stadium behind you. Awesome. Also, my name was up on the big electronic billboard and all the drivers' names, the IWS Driver of the Year nominees. So my name was up there, which was really cool. Dan O'Connor. And I thought that was pretty awesome. So I took a lot of pictures that day. I don't know. It's something to be proud of for me. I mean, I take my job serious. I love what I do, and to be nominated for me, it's quite an honor. I look forward to it, man. I do the best I can every year to get there, and it's something. It's a job I love doing. It's a great company to work for, and to be nominated in the top 10 or 20, I'm excited, man. I'm stoked. I'm ready to go tomorrow. So once we get there, we go upstairs to that fancy place where all the richer people are hanging out during a football game. I think it's called something lounge. It's got a fireplace. It's got TVs up the ass, comfortable chairs. The food is served. We have lunch, coffee, tea, you name it. Everything, they bring it out. It's all like top-notch shit. And then after that, we all sit. I believe my wife took a video last year and I posted it. It shows you all sitting up front, all the nominees. We were sitting up front. And then one of our big bosses takes the podium up there and gives a speech and tells everybody about each individual driver. And then after that, they take a little break, and then we come back, and then they announce who the winner is, and then they interview the winner, then they take pictures of the winner, they post it on the IWS page, And it's cool, man. It really is. I mean, I'm a little disappointed last year I didn't win. Yeah, I was disappointed because it takes a lot of hard work to get there. That's what made me even more ambitious, and even from last year I told myself, listen, I'm going to try again next year, and I did. I was safe. I did the best I could, and I made it again this year. So for 2 years in a row to be nominated, it's pretty cool. It makes me feel good, man. That that they recognize somebody that goes out there and gets the job done and does it well. That's how I feel about it. But to go to Giant Stadium for my son, he loved it. Even though he's a Kansas City fan, he loves the Chiefs. It was nice to step on the field. We actually bought a football and brought it with us so we could throw the football around on the field. So that was pretty cool. And it's just a great day out. It really is. You get a lot of other stuff. If you don't win, you get a nice Jets jersey with your name on the back. You get some other stuff that IWS give to you. You get like a goodie bag to take home with you. But like I said, the overall winner gets to go to Disney World for 7 days, all expenses paid, which is it's pretty cool. So Smash Trash, if you have a way of getting over there, man, it's a pretty nice shot. Garbage trucks parked right in front of Giant Stadium, man. It's a great day out. I love it. It's a great day out, man. So yeah, tomorrow's Monday. I got a new guy riding with me tomorrow. He was with me on Friday. He actually came over from Waste Management, and he has 2 years with Waste, and I believe get some storms spinning to my west. Well, I hope the storms stay away from you, Life and Tornado Alley. How have you been anyway? I haven't heard from you in a while. Everything good? So yeah, I got this new guy riding with me. He came over from Waste Management, and he's going to be with me now, I think, for another week because actually we got two drivers leaving. One guy, his family, his wife and kids, I think last year. I've been good sleeping until 1 p.m. Laugh aloud. Wow, good for you. At least you can sleep until 1 p.m. That's good. I wish I could. But anyway, yeah, we have two guys that are leaving. One guy, his family moved down to North Carolina. So he bought a house down there. His family are already down there. So he's going to be moving down there. He's going to be working for some sanitation company, I think, down that way in North Carolina. I forget what part of North Carolina. And I believe we have another guy that's going to be driving a garbage truck. He's not doing front loader anymore. So, so he's going to be gone. So we're going to need two front end drivers. We have Ed, that's our swing driver now. He's probably going to move up into one of those full time positions up front end. So he'll probably get to pick which route that he wants. And then we have this new kid. See, I don't know if he's staying at our yard or if he's going to Patterson or somewhere else. I'm not sure. Tom and safety didn't tell me yet where he was going or where they were going to put him. But he does have the experience, he said. He worked with Waste Management and another little company called M&M Boldo. He wasn't happy at Boldo, so he came over to IWS. So now he has to ride with me. Everybody's got, even if you're in management, okay, they want you to go out in the field and get the feel of riding with a roll-off driver, garbage truck driver, or a front loader driver. You got to ride with all three to see the operations, to see the daily routine, and all that kind of stuff. So he's going to be with me for a week, and then maybe he's going to take one of them other routes. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to put him, but we'll see what happens, See what happens. So today's the 2nd of March, so we just got to get through March, then April, and then driver of the year. Looking forward to it. Should be a great day out. By the way, that's on a Saturday. On a Saturday, we have to be there, I think, 10:30, 11, something like that. Yeah, but I posted up yesterday. I would like to start doing some more hopper videos. So if the weather holds up, that's what I'm going to do. I already mounted the GoPro mount up there. It's already up there, so that's what I got to do. Has IWS bought any smaller private haulers in New York City? Actually, we just bought a company in New Jersey. I don't know if you know of them at all. They're a pretty big company. We just bought out Pinto, Pinto. They're not that far from us, but they're a pretty big company, so we just bought them out. IWS in New York City. You see, the thing is, Smash Trash, I don't know if you know it or not, but in New York City, they did what they call zoning, okay? They no longer want 10 or 8 or 12 garbage companies going down the same street. They want three companies. So they broke everything up into zones: Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Long Island. They're all broke into zones, okay? So each of those companies had to bid on each zone. There's 22 zones. So out of the 22 zones, IWS was awarded 17 or 18 zones. So the biggest companies, were the big players in that game. So I believe we won 17 or 18 out of the 22 zones. So a lot of the smaller companies, I'm sorry to say, that are over there that can't compete, uh, will probably be bought out by IWS or the other two big companies, because there's no way that they can compete with what IWS and Waste Connections is one of the other companies, I believe. They can't compete with the big companies anymore. So sorry to say, yeah, they'll probably sell out to IWS sooner or later. But that's what's going on. I didn't know if you knew that or not. That's why IWS have ordered a lot of new trucks for New York City. So they started with the first zone. I believe that was, I don't know, I think Queens or Brooklyn or something. I'm not 100% sure. But that's what's going on in New York City. Tracing, when IDW gets new drivers that come from other haulers, do they still have to be trained even? No, it's not like this guy. This guy came from Waste Management. It's not like he has to be trained, because he has the experience. He knows how to do the job, okay? He has to ride with me to see how I do things, because I was nominated twice for Driver of the Year. They feel that I'm a safe driver, that I know what I'm doing, so they send them with me. I'm not saying other drivers are not as safe as I am. Yes, they are. But they send them with me to see how I do it, to see the way I do it. When you open the gates for a corral to get a container, make sure you close the gates before you leave. Uh, Driving wise, safety wise, seatbelt on, your pre-trip, your post-trip, make sure everything is working. They air in your tires, drain the air tanks. They want him to see the way I do it. So hopefully he will end up doing it the same way that I do it. Okay, that's the whole idea of doing this. But no, if he's got experience, he doesn't have to, be retrained. He just has to see and watch the way that I do it, because they feel like I do things the way they want it done. So they send them with me. And, closing a gate in a corral is no big deal. If there's a bag beside a container, pick the bag off the ground, throw it in the dumpster. It's really no big deal. It takes you an extra 2 minutes. Smash trash. Damn, that's crazy. When does this go into effect? It's already smash trash. It's already in effect. And like I said, there's only three big companies that are involved in this, because these are the three big companies with the big money. And one of them is IWS. And this is already in effect. Like I said, it's going into zones. So let's say if you live on Clark Street, you and I live on Clark Street, let's say in New York City. We have three choices of companies: IWS and two other companies. The other one I just mentioned. What was that other name I just said? Oh God, I forget. Yeah, so there's three companies. So that's it. That's your choices. IWS and two other companies. So I guess whoever gives you the best choice, the best price, that's Waste Connections. Yeah. So there's Waste Connections, IWS, and a third company over there. So and also it's a big deal because that's all you're going to see now. It's a lot of IWS, Waste Connections, and another company. And if I say, okay, Waste Connections, you're too high, I'm going to go with IWS. That's the way it is. You got three choices, and however many zones you get, that's what you're going to pay. You have to pay for that zone, not a one-time thing. You got to pay to keep that zone every year. Yeah, like you were saying about the larger hauliers buying the smaller hauliers. I heard that Winter Brothers got bought. Yeah, they did. That is true because I know Winter Brothers. As a matter of fact, I talked to one of the drivers and they did get bought out. So, like I said, it's a shame because, all the bigger companies now are taking over. They're killing the smaller guys. The smaller guys don't have the money to compete, and you're talking millions of dollars, man. If you're a small guy trying to get his own in New York City, you need the equipment. You need new equipment. It's a stipulation. You need new equipment, some electric equipment, and you need the manpower to get the job done. Okay, so that's bottom line. Yeah, I plan on trying to film the other companies before they completely go under. Yeah, good idea, Smash Trash. While you're out there, buddy, if you could send me a couple of those pictures too, I'd really appreciate it, man. This way, you know what I do. I take the pictures and I put them on my YouTube channel. I make music videos. So if you can, and if you wouldn't mind, if you get some nice pictures of the IWS trucks in New York City, you have a better opportunity of getting those shots before I ever would. But if you could, I'd really appreciate it, man. Thank you. You don't have to send me every picture. Just maybe once in a while, if you think about it, just shoot me a picture, of an IWS truck in New York City. I'd really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. But like I said, Smash Trash, April 12th, Giant Stadium. You're going to see some new IWS trucks parked out front of the stadium. And that's what's going on that day. So I'm looking forward to it. You never know what's going to happen. New Jersey, New York used to be a gold mine for small hauliers, and on and yeah, they're all disappearing. Yeah, they are. IWS, since they took over Mealy, Miele, the old company I used to work for, they have bought a lot of property. They have bought a lot of brand new equipment. They have bought a lot of yards. They've gotten a lot of work. They have bought a lot of smaller companies that no longer can compete with the prices. And that's just the way it is, man. It's a shame, but that's the way it is. And the other thing is, too, you got to think about it, okay? When you're the big guy, when you're the big gun in trash, and you own all the transfer stations, like IWS owns a lot. That's another reason I think we bought Pinto is because they have a transfer station. So now, when you own all the transfer stations, guess what? You get to call the shots, man. They got to pay your price to dump. And where else you going to go? You're going to drive 60, 80 miles out of your way to dump somewhere to save a couple of dollars on a ton of garbage? No, you can't afford to do that, man. So whatever Waste Management said the price is, whatever IWS says the price is, that's what you got to pay. I believe now it's $90 a ton for concrete. Maybe that went up. Garbage, I don't know how much that is a ton. I really never found out how much it is a ton. But once you own the transfer stations, you got it made, man. Even if Waste Management took some of my stops, Oh, not Waste Management. They got their own transfer stations, but they do dump at some of our transfer stations. But let's say a smaller company took my stops, which they have, right? Where do you think they're going to bring the garbage? The IWS transfer station because it's close. So we're not losing. We're not losing. We're still winning. You're picking up the stop that you stole from me, but you're giving it back to us at the transfer station. So we're making money on it anyway. So it doesn't matter. Trace and yeah, Gata is still in business in Paterson, New Jersey. And David, what's going on, buddy? I'm going to call you later, David, to see what's up with you, man. Good. I'm good, brother. I just came back from with Logan from Dunkin' Donuts. He likes to go there on a Sunday morning, so that's our time together. But I'm going to call you later on, brother. Your truck looks good, nice and clean, man. Nice and clean. Yeah, Gata, Trace and Gata is still in business. They're in Paterson. And they have a transfer station, I believe, too, in Paterson. They're a pretty big company. They have a lot of work going on. And Gata, the owner, passed away about, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. He had a heart attack, something happened. So now I believe it's his sister and brother-in-law that are running the show. So I don't know any drivers at Gata. I see their trucks all the time. Not really up around me, but I do see them once in a while. Don't know any drivers to talk to, but I don't know. Maybe we're going to buy them next. I don't know. Maybe not. I really don't know. But you got to have the other. Think about it. You got to have money to buy companies. You got to have a lot of money. You got to have a lot of money in the bank to buy companies because it's not cheap. Remember, you're getting the employees, you're getting the equipment, you're getting the transfer station, you're getting the work. So you got to have big bucks behind you. Yeah, so Gata is still in business. Yeah, I heard that Casella bought out Royal Karting in upstate New York for 400. Oh my God, $450 million. Holy shit! Wow, that's a lot of bread, brother. You see, I never knew there was this much money in garbage. David, thank you for tuning in, man. What's going on, buddy? I hope you got some sleep last night, man. Is that Philco got the contract for Patterson? Oh, here's the thing. I believe, Philco is a company that came out of New York City that I think could not compete with IWS or Waste Connections with the zoning. So, believe it or not, they opened up an office in Closter where we work out of, not too far from our yard. And they're over here trying to muster up work, and they're stepping on a lot of toes, I heard. And Philco was really not residential. It was more like roll-off commercials in New York City. So now he's in Jersey trying to take work away from other carriers. And he's pissing a lot of people off, I heard. So Philco took the town of Cresskill away from us. And I always talk to the DPW guy at Dunkin' Donuts about 5:30. We meet every morning. I said, "So how's it going with Philco?" He goes, "We get complaints every freaking day, man." He said, "When you guys had it, there was really no complaints. With this company," he said, "every goddamn day, complaints, complaints, complaints." I said, "Oh shit." So Philco, I think, took Patterson away from what's that company that picks up my garbage? They got red trucks, Roselli. So Philco took it away from Roselli, and I heard they had a few words at the bidding, Roselli and Philco, like basically who they have for you to come over here and take my work, blah blah blah. But I heard Philco is doing a shitty job out there too. That's what I heard from people that live out that way. Have you ever heard of Bloom Waste? Yeah, I've heard of Bloom Waste. They got blue trucks. They have some good looking trucks. Yeah, they're blue, right? They got a lot of Max. They got blue and white trucks, I believe. Am I right or wrong? I've seen Bloom. I've seen them around. I've seen her trucks on, I think it's either Facebook or YouTube. I'm not sure, or Instagram, one of the others. So that's what's going on, guys. That's what I heard's going on with the carting in New York City. So IWS are in, Waste Connections are in, and I watched a thing the other day on YouTube about a Waste Connections driver. Uh, he's been with the company a very long time. He was nominated for Driver of the Year for 9 years in a row. Can you believe it? That's how good this guy was. They interviewed him, and he said to the interviewer, the guy says, how do you keep getting nominated? He goes, I'm here to do my job, do it safely, and to do it the right way, and to make it home every night. He said, I come out of here, I take my time, I don't rush around. I make sure that I'm good, I'm clear before I even move the truck. And he said, I've been doing it so long that I just pay attention to detail. So he said, that's why. So yeah, 9 years in a row, he got nominated for Driver of the Year. So honestly, that's my other goal, to try and make it every year. Smash Trash. I went out to Patterson with a few filmers not too long ago, and the amount of trash is crazy. Oh yeah, it's nuts out here, man. It really is. Oh, look who it is, my buddy Jay Who. What's up, brother? We're talking about trash, man. What else will we talk about? How you doing, Jay Who? What's going on, man? By the way, Jay Who, you asked me the other day about IWS hiring. Yes, they do hire. We're looking for garbage truck drivers, roll-off drivers, and front-loader drivers. And you asked me about the pay scale. It all depends on your experience. I know you know how to drive, but it all depends on what you want to drive. If you drive roll-off, that's a different pay scale. If you drive garbage truck, that's different. And front-end pay is different. So it all depends on what you're looking to do. So if you're interested, Jay Who, let me know. We got a nice warm day today. About to take the bicycle out of the garage. Good for you, man. Go for a nice long ride. Get that fresh air in your lungs. Where's fire truck? That's a good question, Trayson. I thought he would have popped on by now, but maybe he's busy doing something. Maybe he's out and about, you know. But he's usually on here all the time. But maybe he took the day off. I don't know. I would like to get into heavy machinery. Does that pay more? Jehu, they're hiring. Jehu, I got to tell you, man, you got to go on the IWS page. They're looking for heavy machinery operators. They're looking for, to push the garbage in the transfer stations with the big Caterpillar machine. They're looking for people to operate the machine to load the boxes going to the rail yard. So yeah, they are looking for heavy machinery operators. So I don't know what that paid. That's out of my league. I don't know. I don't know if it pays more. I really couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you. I don't know. But you should go online to Facebook, IWS on Facebook or Instagram. They have pages on there. Go in there and get yourself the website and go put in an application if you're interested. See what it pays. I really don't know. The other place they use for advertising jobs is Indeed, Indeed. IWS posts there a lot. So if you're looking for a heavy machinery operator, I'm sure they're hiring. We're also looking for mechanics, people in the office. We're always looking for help. So if you're interested and you know somebody, yeah, go ahead and fill out an application. It can't hurt, right? It's not going to hurt. And if they call you back, good. Just tell them what experience you have. So yeah, like I said, do you heavy machinery? I really don't know what it pays, but I'm sure it pays good. Let me see here. I had opportunity when I was younger to get into Caterpillar apprenticeship, but I was a manager. I was raising a new family. I couldn't make the jump at the time. No, I understand, man. It's not easy, bro. But yeah, you should look into it, man. Like I said, I forget where you're located, but we have facilities in New York, We have one place in the Bronx. I believe we have another place in Brooklyn. So if you're looking for a job, you can always reach out. Like I said, IWS online, get the web, get the IWS address, go on their site, and fill out an application. Yeah. I went out on Friday into Manhattan and found a brand new Waste Connections Mac rear load. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's coming. It's coming big time. It's coming down the pike. You got Waste Connections, IWS, and one other company, and that's going to be it, bro. And they were all basically told you need new equipment. Some of our equipment is going to be electric in New York City. I know it's hard to believe, but you're gonna see it, man. You're over there all the time, so you're gonna see it before me. So there's going to be some electric garbage trucks over there. I think we have one over there already. I don't know how good they're operating or how the drivers like them. I don't know if they pack good, if the battery lasts all day. I don't even know. But you'll probably see it before me. But yeah, if you can, maybe you could send me a few pictures of the IWS trucks in Manhattan if you think about it. I'd appreciate it, man. So yeah, Jehu, I've been watching Gold Rush, and I love watching those heavy trucks. Yeah, those trucks are huge, man. Those trucks are unbelievable. Oh, you're in Chicago. Okay. Jehu, my wife would love to move to upstate New York. My daughter lives in Chester. We got a place in Chester, New York. Yeah, IWS got a place in Chester. We got a place in Chester. We got a big yard in Chester, man. IWS, yeah. I'm telling you, we're all over the place. We got a place in Chester, New York, IWS. I'm not kidding you. I'm not shitting you, dude. They do. That's going to be cool. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Thank you very much, Smash Trash. I appreciate it, brother. I would love to be over there with you taking pictures of IWS in Manhattan because you got to get some great shots, dude. Do you guys still have the Mac MR that runs out of your yard? Yeah, we do. We have a couple of Macs. We got one Mac MR that's a triaxle. We have Mac MRU front loaders, and not that many old trucks anymore. We have a couple of Mac Granites garbage trucks, but that's about as old as it gets. Everything else is new. We just got some brand new Freightliner, the SD 114s Freightliners. We just got 4 brand new Freightliner Packers. We're supposed to be getting some more roll-offs and some more front loaders at our yard in Closter. But yeah, we do have one or two of the older trucks, not many. There's 2 trucks we're getting rid of, and it's a shame because there's nothing wrong with them, except they're a little bit older. That nobody can drive them because they're stick. Everybody drives automatic today, so it's a shame. Thank you very much, Smash Trash. I do appreciate it, man. Funny thing, I was driving one of the Mack trucks, and the DF level light came on and only needed 1 gallon. Yeah, Jehu, if you ever do move over to New York, we have a place in Chester. We have a big yard in Chester, New York. So, like I said, we are all over the place. We have a lot of places. Yeah, I believe it is a 5 gallon tank. In the my Peterbilt, really, it's not that big of a tank. Maybe 2, 3 gallons tops. Maybe the Mac is different. I don't know. But yeah, if that level I was told goes below a quarter, the truck actually starts losing power, and that you don't want because then you're screwed. A lot of guys with me have a toolbox in the back of the truck, and they carry a gallon can of DEF in the back in case you're running low. But at IWS, it's mandatory at the end of your day, the end of your route. You have to come back, you have to fuel up, And if you need DEF, there's a tank right beside the diesel pump. So you got to fuel up with both, just to make sure you're good to go. Uh, on Black Meadow Road, I see it on maps. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that DEF, man, I think it ruined a lot of these trucks, dude. My old Mac, if it didn't have that DEF system, it would have been a great truck, man. That DEF just F's up the whole engine. I believe it does, honestly. One guy told me at a truck show when it first came out, the DEF in the tank is like urea. So if you pee it in the tank, it'd be the same difference. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the garbage industry. The first truck I ever drove was a Mack. Yeah, actually, the first truck I ever drove was actually a Freightliner. A Freightliner, and then I had a Ford tractor L9000. Then I had a Volvo, then another Freightliner, and then I got into Max. I always had Max. Yo, David Bolvo, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. What's up? Don't ever pee in the gasoline tank unless you want to screw someone over. Yeah, I hear you. Don't make that mistake. Yeah, the Volvo was nice. Yeah, the Volvo is a very comfortable truck, man. I drove a Volvo when I worked for J. Ponte and Sons. And no, I had a Scania with J. Ponte and Sons. They had Volvos too, but they were very comfortable. A nice ride, very wide cab, spacious, a lot of room. Kind of like the new Freightliners we got at work. They're very comfortable. They really are. Fire truck, where you been, man? Fire truck's been behind the scenes. He's been listening. I saw a bunch of IWS containers yesterday when I was in Connecticut, but I couldn't get pictures. Come on, man. You got to get the pictures, man. Yeah, Express. Yeah, Express has a nice Volvo. I see that Volvo all the time, man. Jehu turns into sand. Don't ask me how I know. No, it does. It turns into sand. Smash Trash. Where is your IWS yard? Maybe I'll come over a weekend sometime and take pictures. The IWS yard, Smash Trash, we're not that far from you, man. Closter, New Jersey. Closter. Closter, New Jersey. Honestly, if you're in Manhattan, that area, I'd say you cross the bridge, the GW, you'll be at the yard in about 25 minutes. Honestly, tops. So yeah, come over on. Let me know when you're coming. Come on a Saturday. Call me. Let me know. If I'm not doing anything on a Saturday, I'll meet you. I'll give you the grand tour. Saw a bunch of IWS. Did yeah, I guess that company we took over in Connecticut, they're changing all their containers out to IWS containers. What was the name of that company again? Shit, I can't keep track. But fire truck, we did buy out that company in New Jersey, Pento. David Boldo, did you hear that we bought out Pento? Yeah, it's official now. The transition has already started. It's supposed to be, yeah, we bought out Boldo. The word came down on Friday that it's official that Boldo is now IWS. Not Boldo, Pento. Pento is now IWS. So I don't know how much money you paid or whatever, but yeah, it's official. I'm sure they paid a lot of money because Pento is pretty big. I'm sure Pento still has the transfer station, right? And I know where Pento's yard is out there on 46, a little ferry. So they got a lot of trucks. I know they got a lot of work. And I don't know how good of a condition the trucks are in, but still, whatever. They got a ton of work. But yeah, that's another one we bought. Still waiting for IDS to buy a company in my area. Who's in your area, fire truck? What companies are around you? But yeah, I was surprised to hear we got Pinto, so that means I'm going to have more work by me because Pinto has a lot of containers, and Pinto has a lot of containers in my route. So I guess those stops are going to be mine. David Boldo, IWS has been trying to, let me see. David Boldo, IBS, are trying to buy them since, oh, really, that long? I thought, David, that Waste Management were trying to buy them too back in the day, and they backed out of the deal. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I heard from an IWS guy a couple of years back, that they were trying to buy them, and they said no. So, wow, they've been trying to buy them for that long, huh? I hope he got his money. I recently took a vacation to Portugal. Oh, good for you, man. How was Portugal? And got pictures of 2 Portuguese garbage trucks. I'll send you some pictures of them. Yeah, I'll definitely check later to see if I got them. Absolutely, yes. Mark Walsh, what's going up, Mark Walsh? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to Riding Along with Dan, buddy. IWS offered Pinto and Mealy for years. Yeah, Mealy, man, I remember back in the day working with Mealy when, what was that blue and white truck? Oh, shit. BFI. BFI came in, they bought out, remember that time, David? They bought out the Reese, Ippolito, BFI, and Mealy said no, not interested. So Mealy hung on. But I think Mealy did the right move. He was smart to hold on because he got a lot of money, man. He got a lot of money for his business. And Mealy still owns the 1 yard down by us on Railroad Avenue. I don't know if you knew that or not. And he's collecting rent every month. I mean, how smart is that, dude? You're making big money on rent. So now I guess all that goes to Lisa. You know Lisa, do you know Lisa Millie David Boldo? You probably do, right? You probably met her before. There's Lisa was the daughter, and then you had Joey was the son. I don't know where Lisa is now. I never see her around. I guess she's got no reason to be around because everything is gone. Even the house in closer, Joe's house, I believe it's up for sale now. Apache helicopter, man. Where you been, Apache? Flying around, man? I thought you hit the lottery or something, bro. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to the channel, man. How you been? Haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah, Trayson, I just got your pictures now, man. It just popped up. It's a yard on Railroad. Yes, it is. You got it, brother. Railroad Avenue. Smash Trash. It's on Railroad Avenue. Correct. So if you let me know when you're coming, Smash Trash, just let me know what you're driving. I'll probably meet you on a Saturday and give you the tour. So you're more than welcome to come down, man. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be an issue. Show you around, take some pictures. Yeah, Joe was super smart. He bought up all their property around the Palisades Mall. Yeah, I remember that time. They had all the steel for that mall, fabricated the steel on Joe Mealy's property up there at a place called Pargast, not that far from the mall. And he was smart too. When they built that mall, he told them, I want a 99-year contract that nobody else can come in there. I remember one time I was doing roll-off for Joe at the mall. I told him, I said, Joe, why is there a hype box? I think it was Hype or somebody else at the time. He said, Dan, take that box and pull it the fuck out of there. He said, I don't want nothing on my property. So he had somebody pull the box out, put it behind the mall somewhere, and they were told to come get their box. or else the box won't be there for much longer. So that's how Joe was. Back in the day, Joe would tell me to go get the Grand Union. You know how much slop and shit is in that box, man. And the inspector was there. He'd say, Dan, I'll call you when to come dump that box. So I hung around for a half hour. Joe said, okay, come dump that box. So, Joe knew a lot of people back in the day. He had Governor Whitman at his house. He had a lot of people in politics that he knew. He had a lot of people on his side. Joe did a lot for the people in Closter, bought them a fire truck, always donated money. So, money talks, man. Money talks. Joe was no joke. There was a guy at the yard one time, let me tell you something. Joe and him got into an altercation. Joe punched him. The guy went down, cut his head, whatever. I don't know, but I was dumping a box up top by the compactor. So I see this guy coming back with the police, Coaster police, right? So Joe said to me, just finish dumping, Dan, I'll be right back. So Joe went to talk to them. The cop said, this guy filed a complaint, Joe, that you hit him and cut his head open. And Joe said, no, I didn't. He said the guy tripped over a piece of wood in the yard. And that was that. That's the way it ended. That's exactly what Joe told him, and Joe walked away. There was no more about it. So, when you got that kind of money, and Joe's a very smart businessman, he bought up a lot of property. He knew what he was doing. He had a lot of big accounts. He had a lot of big people that he knew. So nobody ever said nothing. And I felt bad working for Joe at the time when he lost everything, man. He really did. And it's a shame Joe Mealy was a one-man show. The only one that helped him was Scott Roberts. Scott's such a great guy, man. He did his best to help him. He tried to tell Joe, you got to raise your prices, man. We got to do something different to bring in more money. And, Joe was Joe. But I had a lot of respect for Joe Mealy. He never did wrong by me. He always had a job for me. And Scott's a good man. Scott, I don't know if you know it, David Boldo, but Scott just had a heart attack about 2 weeks ago. He left the job, went to a fire call, and thank God it happened where it did happen. At the fire call, he dropped. He just dropped. He went out like a light. Northfield paramedics were there with them at the fire. They worked on him right away. They brought him back to life three times on the way to the hospital. So now he's got like 7 or 8 stents, and thank God he's doing well. But he's going for another major operation, I think in a couple of weeks, where they have to put a stent in behind the heart. And only 2 doctors in the country know how to do this operation. So please God, he's going to be okay. He's a good guy, man. I have a lot of respect for Scott. The best boss I ever worked for, to be honest with you. That's how it happened the first time. Yeah, that's how it happened the first time. He was at a fire. They dragged him out. Worked on him right away. That's how it happened. And now it just happened again. He's got a lot of stress, dude. He's under a lot of stress every day. I don't know how he does it. I give that man a lot of respect. Goes to the fire. He goes to IWS. Nobody can do that job like Scott, man. Scott knows his shit. From back in the day with Ippolito and all them other companies he worked for, he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. People come to him, gives them the answer right away. He knows how to handle the yard. He knows how to do the tonnage. He knows how to do everything. There's customers in Rockley that told Scott that as long as you're with IWS, we're going to keep IWS. So they have a lot of respect for Scott because he's always on the ball. He knows what he's doing. He's just a good guy, man. He really is. I only know 2 people who have died from heart attacks and survived. Scott's a tough guy. Yes, he is. And you know what? Back in the day, I don't know how far back you remember, but I worked with Scott's father down at Mealy, Jim Roberts. That's how far back I go. And before that, I was with Ponte, Anchor Carding, that other bullshit company, a haul away. I was there for a while. But yeah, I was with Jim Roberts, Scott's father. He was my supervisor at Mealy. And Jim was another good guy, man. Really good guy. Knew his shit. Jim had his own company back in the day. He was a good guy, man. He knew what he was doing. Ever since Jim punched someone, laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah, he's got big hands. Tough guy, man. Jim didn't take no shit, man. Jim and I got along good. I used to do roll off back then in garbage truck, and started running the trailers for Joe. And I don't know if you knew the guy that did the front loader, David. Did you know he did a front loader for Joe for years? Oh, God. Charlie Letizio. Did you know Charlie? Charlie was Joe's front loader, man. And then when Charlie got sick with the cancer and passed away, Joe asked me to stop doing the trailers and start doing the front loader. So that's when, yeah, Charlie Letizio, man. But Charlie used to smoke like a son of a bitch, dude. Oh my God. You get in that truck, you die from the smell of smoke, one after the other. But yeah, Charlie passed away. He was a good guy. He was driving that new Mac that Joe just purchased, and I stepped into that Mac and started doing front loader for full time. They had somebody else do the trailers. So I knew Charlie. Used to go to that bar in Cresco. I used to go in once in a while. Bondi's. Remember that bar, Bondi's in Cresco? We used to hang out there for a while. But yeah, you and I probably know a lot of the same people, man, because we've been around for a while. But yeah, that was my career in garbage, man. And I just turned 58 last week, and I plan on going for maybe another 4 years driving front end, and then hopefully I can stay with IWS and do something in safety or driver trainer or something like that. Hopefully I'll still be around. But yeah, that's my plan, dude. That's my plan, my friend. I want to know what happened to Caveman. David Boldo, Caveman. When IWS took over, Caveman honestly had a lot of medical issues. His knees, he couldn't get up off the ground. He could hardly walk. Uh, he smoked a lot. His health, he was in bad shape. So IWS kind of, in a way, I believe, gave him some kind of severance package. And he moved into a house with Dal Matthews. You know Dal Matthews? Dal Matthews got hurt on the job and he was on permanent disability. So him and Caveman had apartments in a house on Tapan Road in Northfield, right across the street from where no, not Black Darrell. That was Darrell Dixon. This is Dal Matthews. His wife had a house in Northfield. Him and the wife got divorced. He had two daughters, I believe, with that woman. But this is Darrell Matthews. Him and Tony rented a house in Northville, and Darrell had one apartment. Tony Caveman had the other apartment, and Tony ended up getting a bad infection in his legs. They got black and blue, and then Tony ended up getting really sick and passed away. So Tony had a dream of moving out to PA, living in a trailer, and what have you, but that's what happened, man. He died. Tony was such a tough fucking guy. He was an animal. An animal. That guy fell off the top of the trailer, bounced off the fuel tank, and got in the truck, and on his way he goes. Tough son of a bitch, man. You could not knock him down for nothing. But he ended up leaving his wife, with nothing. She had to fend for himself. He didn't have much. And Tony left all his snap-on tools down at the garage in Closter. He was kind of stupid not to take that and get the money for them, sell them, do something. But Tony was Tony, man. He was a great guy, but that's what happened. He passed away. So did you know Darrell Matthews or no? He was a mechanic for Mealy for quite a while. So yeah, that's what happened to Tony, man. I didn't know either until a couple of weeks. Maybe after you stopped driving front loader, you could drive the boxes to the rail yard. Actually, fire truck, they brought that up to me, and I told them I didn't want to do it. I don't want to drive trailers no more, man. When I drive my own tractor trailers, I used to run up the Northeast, the East Coast from Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, down to Maryland, and I got burned out. I didn't want to do it. I know it's a short run right now for IWS to go to Kearney and back, but I just don't want to do it. I have no interest. I want to go into safety. I want to go into a driver trainer. I want to do something like that. I don't want to leave the company. I'm not leaving the company until my wife is ready to retire. And you know she works for the same company. So I want to stay until she's ready to retire so we can retire at the same time together. So that's my plan. But yeah. So David Bulldog, when we gonna hook up, man? When you gonna buy me a cup of Dunkin', dude? What's going on? I see the Bulldog trucks all the time out there in Old Japan. They stop by that little deli right by where the Food Town store used to be across the street there. David Bullock, hey, who owns Carbone now? Waste Connections, buddy. Waste Connections. Yeah, Waste Connections. Waste Connections took over Carbone. I used to know, did you know Frank up there? They used to call him Frank Carbone, old man Frank. Well, Frank retired and moved to his house in upstate New York or the Pocono, wherever he lived at. But Frank was a great guy, man. That place was scary. Like Robbie Franco was running that scale when dumped there. Yeah, actually, it was old man Frank was running it. They used to call him Frank Carbone, and every time he'd see me come around the corner with the mealy trailer, he'd shake his head like, Jesus Christ, Dan, you kidding me? Because those old blue mealy trailers, man, they'd work, push out half the load, stop working. They were the loads I brought down from Bear Mountain. I used to pick up the trailers at Bear Mountain and run them down to Carbone. That's when IWS first took over. So Frank had seen me coming like, Jesus Christ. Why you got to bring that shit here, man? I said, I don't know, Frank. It's where you tell me to go. He said, all right, let me make room for this piece of shit. I said, all right, let me know when you're ready. Those old mealy trailers, man, they were 30, 40 years old. You'd fill them up with hydraulic fluid, then you bring the blade back in the trailer and fucking hydraulic fluid would flow all over the place. They were a nightmare. They sucked. They really did. I told Joe, you got to get rid of these shits. But he never did. They're still around. They're still at the yard waiting to go to Templars to the scrap pile. Yeah, we had a lot of fun, man. Frank could see me coming like, oh, fuck, Dan, why you got to bring that shit here, man? But yeah, Waste Connections took it over. I used to love going there because Frank and I chit-chat for a few minutes, then I'd back in, push out the load, and go back up to Bear Mountain. He'd say to me, Dan, you don't have another one, do you? Frank, I got to get the other one. It's loaded. He said, Jesus Christ. He said, you got to fucking bring it today? Why are you bringing it today? Bring it tomorrow. I said, Frank, I was told I got to bring it today. He'd look at me like, all right, I'll see you later. But yeah, it was funny, man. Yeah, Jewish guys do own that company. Yep. Yep. Waste Connections. It's a big company, man. It's not a small company. They're big. They're big in New York City. They're one of IWS's competitors, Waste Connections. They're a big operation, just like IWS is, man. Do you think the Boldo brothers will ever sell out over there by you? The Boldo brothers, Eminem Boldo, and then you got the Boldos that pick up Old Japan. I see their trucks all the time. They've been around a long time, man. But it's tough now for the small company to compete. It really is. It really is because the bigger companies now, they own all the transfer stations. They're charging more for the smaller companies to dump. So I don't know how they survive. It's not easy. And then you got maintenance on the equipment, and then you got to pay the helpers, and then you got the insurance on the trucks. I know they have the town of Altapan a long time. It's probably a good town, but it's not easy, man. It's not easy when you're a small company. Westchester County has their own trailers to all garbage from the county run transfer stations to the burn plant in Peekskill. Oh, okay. We need Waste Management to start buying again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Waste Management. I don't see them around that much anymore because my route. No. Tell me how it works. I don't know how it works. Tell me how it works. Uh, have any new investing holders popped up in your area? No, not at all, Trayson. It's just IWS and a lot of smaller companies. It's just us and Waste Management. Maybe Republic could move into the New York City area. Well, honestly, Fire Truck, I think Republic has a lot to do with IWS. It's my gut feeling. I haven't heard anything that it is true, but IWS, got to have money coming from somewhere. Everyone made their money off those guys. Now you can't steal customers anymore. Yeah. No, I hear you, man. Yeah. No stealing customers. But M&M Bolo, I know Waste Management, but yeah, Winter Brothers, I saw that. I knew that was coming. But M&M Bolo, I don't know. I think they got what, 4 or 5 trucks now. I know one of the drivers actually came over to IWS. He's riding with me. Yeah, a black guy, very nice guy. He left M&M Bolo because he said their stops and their routes are all over the effing place, all the way down to the Jersey Shore. And then sometimes you'd have to go dump, and then they would tell him you can't dump. There's no money in the account and shit like that. So he said he got tired of it. So he left. So he started with me on Friday. He has to ride with me to see how I do it at IWS so he could learn from me. But he was at M&M. But I think M&M Bulldog got what? 4 or 5 trucks or something like that. They got Peterbilts and Max, right? So that's what he was telling me, man. That's what he said. Yeah, Winter Brothers had an operation in Connecticut, which became Oak Ridge, which is now IWS. Yeah. Everybody's selling out, man. They're looking for that big money. Yeah, garbage, man. It's a crazy industry. It really is. Yeah, I think basically Imperial is running the show over there. Hey, who's Imperial? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, IWS got a lot of money behind them. They're buying up a lot of companies. I'm sure they paid a lot of money for Pento. So, fire truck, but somehow the haulers in Westchester County have escaped being bought so far. David Boldo, one of Franco's companies. Oh, okay. I hear you. Who's that big company in Westchester County? Fire truck starts with a C. He's got a lot of work over there. A couple of waste management drivers, a friend of mine, left waste management and went to work for him over there in Westchester County. No, not Capasso. It's another company up there across the Tappan Bridge, Westchester County. He's got a lot of work over there. It's not Carbone, it's something. Oh shit, I forget his name. What does CRP stand for, fire truck? CRP. Does that have a name behind it, CRP? Does it stand for anything? Because I've seen the truck CRP, but I didn't know if CRP, was a name that was shortened or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, there's another company that a friend of mine, May ran. He drives for IWS now. He worked for that company in Westchester County, and he's got a lot of work over there. It's a pretty big company. I forget his fucking name now, but he's pretty big over there. David Boulder Podcast. I think that's Caesar's company. CRP. Okay. Yeah, maybe that. Suburban. I was wrong. It's an S. Suburban Karting is a big company in Westchester County. My friend Mayran, who drives the cardboard front loader, him and I are friends. He works for IWS, Mayran. He drives the cardboard front loader. He worked for Suburban, and Suburban controls a lot of work over there in Westchester County in New York. Suburban is one of the big players, I think, over there. Because my buddy Mayran was telling me he's got a lot of work. He's always looking for drivers. Got a lot of nice equipment, but he said he's always looking for help. So anyway, guys, on that note, my phone is about to die. Of course, I didn't fully charge it when I was about to do my go live. CRP is, yeah, they're pretty big too, man. But they have a lot of older equipment too, right? Or no? CRP has been around for a while. It's amazing how many companies there are around. Even by me in New York State, you got Capasso, you got Morangi, who we bought out now. We own Morangi. We took them over. And then you got Hype. And got a whole bunch of little companies still in business. It's amazing how many are out there getting garbage. I mean, it's got to be... I didn't know there was so much money in garbage than what there is. I mean, they're making millions of dollars, these companies. It's unbelievable. But anyway, guys, I got to go because you know what? My phone is about ready to die. So I will get back to you guys later on. I'll see you tomorrow morning, Monday morning, back at it. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for coming on and checking out Riding Along with Dan. I do appreciate it. And it's been a pleasure chit-chatting with you guys as always. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel, Riding Along with Dan. It's always a pleasure. So like I always say, be good, be careful, and be safe out there. And I'll see you soon. Be careful, guys. Be good. Later.